Hi everybody, how are you? It's me, Jill, from Creating with Love. I wanted to show you guys the new things that I figured out how to make. I didn't figure it out. I watched a video and it was May made it. So I'm just going to show you the little brag books. These two I'm still working on. You can see how cute they are. They're made by 6x6. They're made from 6x6 sheets of paper. And, but I made them from a 12x12. So you'll see how I do that. Usually if you have a 6x6 pad of paper, you could just take that 6x6, trim it down to its 6x6, because they do have a hole and a little extra strip. So you trim that down by the regular 6x6. So you'll see how I trim these down to the 6x6. I'm going to be using my Bible journaling paper pad and some Project Life cards. That's what I use to just adorn these or embellish. And I'm going to show you how to do the front and the back of the brag books. These are brag books, and I'm going to show you the finished one, how we're going to do that. Now see, there is a Project Life card in there, and it's a journaling card, and in the other spots you can put photos, and you can pull these out and you can put photo front and back and then put them back in but I can't. And I found more journaling cards to go with the fall paper, and you know, there's a couple of sheets we don't do and a couple of sheets we do. And I love doing these little flip overs, but every single page you turn, there's a tag in there you pull out to put some photos in. And you can use the regular spots here to put a photo in too. So let's get started. So I kind of chose some bold papers out of this paper pad. It's a 12x12 Bible journaling paper pad, and I really like this. It was a hot buy. My friend bought this for me, and she paid $5 for it last year, and I'm just starting to use it now. I really like this paper. So now, okay, so we got to stop wasting time. I'm going to take my trimmer, and it's going to be way over here, guys, because I got to take the ruler out. I'm knocking everything over. Pardon my mess, because I've been working on these to see if I can get to perfect them for you. So we'll see how we go. So now see this strip up here? All of these papers have the same strip. So what I'm going to do is, because my paper is 12, I'm going to go to the 12 mark down here. You can't see it, but down here, and I'm going to lay the paper against the ruler edge so it won't be off. So it won't be off, and make sure all the pieces are even. Okay. And I'm going to, if I can get this even, I'm going to slice. It usually takes a couple times, but here's some strips. Now, if you want to save the strips off your paper pad, go right ahead. But these are just, I don't want to save them right now. I just put them aside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the 6 mark on my ruler. And hopefully you can see this. So right down to 6. Okay. And this is how you turn your 12 by 12 into 6 by 6. Okay, so there is a 6 by 12. Now we're going to turn the 6 by 12 to its side and go to the 6 mark again on the ruler, which means 6 inches. So I'm sorry, but I talk funny. But that's okay, right? We all talk in our own ways. So now I'm going to slice again. That is 6 by 6. Okay. I'm going to do the other off camera. Okay, so now I chose my front. See how pretty that is? I really like this paper and I'm using it all up. And I chose my back. Okay. So now I'm going to take these front and back and I'm going to score them. I'm going to score them this way, upside down, because we have to fold it. I'm going to put it at the, oh, you can't see. Okay. I'm going to put it at the 3 mark. So this is my scoring thing. I'm going to put this over here, and then I'm going to take the back one, and I'm going to score it the same way. Put it up at the 3, and score. So this is my back, this is my front. You'll see how it works. Okay, now I'm going to take all my pages. These pieces are different. I'm going to take all my pages that I have chosen. Hold on. Okay, I'm going to take all my pages and I am going to score them face side up. At 3, I'm going to score them in half because remember, these are 6 by 6 pieces of paper, so I'm going to score them all at 3. And I should just go 2 by 2. I'm going to. That way you guys can see. See, the 3 is right here. 3-inch mark. And they're both scored. So I'm not worried about that. And I kind of want to keep them in order because I'm going in separate different colors. I'm mixing up my colors. See how I'm just lining it up at 3 and I'm going 2 by 2. So the assembly is what I really like. You'll see, it's amazing. Amazing. Okay. Okay. Now, we're going to take our extra pieces and we're going to cut them at 5. But we're going to make sure everything's facing the right way. You got to make sure that all the patterns are like you can read them the right way and stuff like that. So we're going to trim all these at 5 inches. So you just line it up in your trimmer. You line them all up in your trimmer, which is what I am trying to do. And cut at 5. And then you're going to cut these in half at 3. You remember they're 6 by 6, so we're going to cut at 3. And you'll see what we're going to do with these. Oops. Okay. That you need to cut. Okay, I put way too many in for this slicer. Okay, so now we have many different colors. These are the inserts that you saw in the other papers. So now we have many different colors that we can choose from to put into the packets we're going to make. So I don't think we need this anymore. So I'm going to put it away. So remember I said this is front and back and how we scored them a different way than the other way. So we're going to fold these in half. I did this one already. Fold it in half. And burnish. Burnish it down really sharp. Make sure the edge is sharp. That goes that way, this goes this way. So the inside papers, because we want them colorful, we're going to end up folding this way and burnishing them down. That's one page. And we're going to do the same thing. You're not seeing what I'm doing. So I'm going to do it towards you. Oh. Some of them won't come out even, but you can just trim them as you go when you're assembling. And the dove picture. And so on. And you just lay them down as you go, and I will do the rest. So here we are. We have all of them folded. Now, my shirt keeps coming up and it really bothers me. Okay, so we have all of them folded. So now I'm going to bring over my cover, flip it over like that, and I'm going to take my Craft Bond tacky glue. I like this one. It doesn't like dry up on me, or it doesn't clog. I hope. Let's just say. And we're going to put we're going to put a line down this way. Don't touch here. We're just going to put lines this way and leave the outer open. You'll see why in a minute. You know, very as slight as you can, especially with the nozzles we got here. This nozzle is kind of fat, but I have been able to control my glue. And it's not much glue. I don't know if you can see that, but it does dry a little quickly. So we're going to take the next page and we're just going to attach like so. Then make sure it's even on the bottom and make sure you make it even everywhere. And then you burnish every edge that you have glued. Okay? That's how you're training the glue to take a hold of both sheets of paper. Then you have your cover and your opening and a pocket. You see the pocket? And then your next page. So don't worry about this being plain. It'll be fine. You'll see what I did in the others. So one more time, maybe two more times, I'm going to show you. Line the edges, not too close to the edge because you'll stick them all together. Okay, line the edges with just a sweet thin line of glue. Take your next page, flip it over like this, okay, and you're going to just butt it up with this one. And there you go. Now you're going to burnish it again. Okay. I'm going to keep trying to get it even right down here because that's your bind. This is the part which combines the book. I'm going to do one more and then I'm doing the rest off camera. So we have this piece and we're going to, remember, don't get this edge. We're going to do all three edges because we're making pockets on every single page. Come on. There you go. And then I'm going to come back and show you how to put on the back cover. Okay, I have most of it put together. As you can see, it is now a cute little book. And here's the binder on the back. Hold on. Okay, so as soon as I started to record, I had a kitty in here scratching. She does this little nervous thing, and she scratches at stuff. And it's like, and it was really loud. Okay, so we're going to take the back cover, and we're going to do the same thing. Okay. I really didn't want you to hear her doing that because it gets very loud and annoying. I don't know what it is. It's a nervous habit of hers. And she does it on, I have an empty, it's a gate box, a walk-through pet gate box. And it's in here. And she does it on, I would say she goes into clothes baskets and smooth surfaces, so she can get quite loud doing that, so I had to kick her out of here. I love the kitties, but they can't be doing that. So anyways, here's a piece that is quite long here, and so I'm only going to turn it over. And I'm going to trim it. Just butt my scissors up to the edge of the book and just trim. And now it's even. Okay. All right. So now I have, I think this is 1/4 inch tape. I have 1/4 inch tape, and I'm going to take the binder. And I'm going to put this right here. But I'm going to put the 1/4 inch tape on. And it's very hard for me to manipulate this tape. So if I put you on pause, I'm sorry. Because I'm trying to show you how I'm doing it, and it's not in the camera. Okay, so I want to just put this tape on. And I'm going to snip off the edge of the tape. I'm going to burnish this tape on here. And then what I'm going to do, do you see what I'm doing? I know that I'm going to turn the edge of the book to me. And I'm going to take the tape again. And I am going to put it on the back side of the book as close as I can to the edge. Okay. And this two-sided tape really works well on this. I don't know why I didn't think of it in my other 5 little books I did. Then I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to do the same. But see how this tape is? I'm not sure if you can see it. But it only sits on one side of the pull-off paper. So I have to make sure I'm using the side that sits on that side, on the edge. I have to make sure where I put the tape. Okay, so that's the end of this tape. I don't have to use it anymore. I'm going to burnish it on. Then I'm going to peel it off if it'll come off right. I did burnish this. Nope. Get on there. Okay, now it's coming off. So I'm going to leave the other 2 sides on until I can get the backing. This is the binder cover. Okay, so I want to get a little bit of glue, and I did use a glue stick. I think I used this one. I used this one. I still have it, even though I can't find it anymore. This is the last of this glue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this paper, this little strip of paper we have left over, the 1-inch strip, 1 inch by 6. And I'm going to put it in the center as best I can and press it down. And now we're going to cover our back. I'm going to peel this one, and I am going to bend the paper with the book. So there we go. And burnish it on real good. And burnish this side. Now this side, I'm not too sure. I think it's going to overlay. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the edge of this side. And then we're going to work it over onto the book. So now we're just going to push and burnish. Keep burnishing, keep burnishing, keep burnishing, keep burnishing, and keep burnishing. There we go. And voila, you have a book that is complete with a binder. See how cute that is? Probably should have picked a different color because it blends in with the back, but oh well. I just want to show you how this was, how it went. So what I want to tell you is I don't have the time to Mod Podge the whole front and back of the book and the spine of the book. There's the word, the spine. I'm trimming. Hold on. I had bought this on Happy Bird's recommendation. It's called Super Gloss Brilliant. It's a Mod Podge. It's a one coat gloss finish. So now when I use this, I use it with my finger on this. And I open the book and I lay it flat and I just spread it back and forth like this. But today, for the video's sake, because I have to let it sit overnight and harden, which it does, it hardens very well, I just keep dipping my finger in and keep spreading the Mod Podge all over, making sure that you don't get the under pages. Here's what you do. You grab another piece of paper. I wish I could. This, for example, this is for another book. And you just put it in there so you don't get the pages. And then you just spread the Mod Podge and you keep dipping and spreading and keep dipping and spreading. And it'll curl up in the beginning, but when it lays down overnight, it stops curling. But if it stays curled, you just put a piece of paper, or you get a thin piece of cardboard and you cut it to size 3 by 6, and you just glue it on the inside of here to keep it stiff. Okay? If I had enough time, I would show you all that. But anyways, we're going to put this together now. See all of these? We're going to take, I have a really, really flat ruler. All of these pockets, that's not a pocket. Be careful that the pages, they will stick together like that in the corners. So here's a pocket right here. And I'm going to show you, just go inside and open it up as much as you can. Each one of them. Okay? I'm going to do one more for you. Here's another pocket. Go in there. And be very gentle that you do not rip through to the other side. Okay? Just wipe up to the edges like this. Go like this and down and like this. Inside the pocket. Okay? I'll be right back. Alright, so for the inserts, they're just a piece of the cardstock that you cut up, okay? And what I'm going to do is I am going to take one of the pieces, straighten it out first. Okay, I'm going to take one of the pieces and I am going to chop off. This is what you do if you don't have a corner rounder. And I'm going to take the tiny piece that I cut off and put it on each edge. Okay? And hold it by the tiny piece. And just keep cutting off at the same angle. It's hard for me. This way, you're going to have your own template when you're done cutting off the corners. Now, I don't have a corner rounder, which would probably look a lot neater. And I don't have, like, edgers, pretty little edge punches. So I just improvise and I do what I have to do. So now I'm going to pick my colors. I want this one and this one. That one's a little too light. And I want this one, but I need to trim the rip that I made in it. I want this one. And let me see. I guess. Okay, so I need how many pockets? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pockets. So I need 8 pieces of paper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I gotta use them all. Okay. So here we're going to use this one piece as a template. Match it up against them, against the rest, and if you can, just cut. Oop, they go flying. Okay. And just do every corner that way. What a mess, but it's okay. Whee! I went flying. Okay, that's part 1 of this video, because this one's going to split itself in 2, so I'm going to come back and teach you the rest. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, give me a comment, share, and hit the bell for notifications for more. And read the description below. You'll find us on Facebook and Instagram. And God bless each and every one of you. And keep creating with love.